Whether you're taking the general IELTS exam or the academic IELTS exam, it's important that you know exactly the task that you have to accomplish, and this is especially true in the writing section. And there are some differences between the writing tasks when it comes to the general and the academic IELTS exam. So whether you've already decided exactly which exam you're going to take or are undecided, this will help you be well informed as to exactly what the formats are and the differences for the general and IELTS, general and academic writing sections. So let's get started. And we're going to talk about the different formats of the writing sections for both academic and general IELTS exam. So let's talk about the academic test format first. Now, just to remember that the academic test and general test are very similar in that they cover the same topics, and it's the topics that you come across in your everyday life. The reason that the academic test is called academic is because after you finish the test, you'll be using the results to study at university in an English-speaking country or join a professional company or association in the country of your choice. So the name of the test is more for the purpose that you'll be using it for. And the general test is usually for immigration or a work program or a permanent residence. So let's talk about the academic test format first. In task number 1, you're presented with a graph, table, chart, or diagram, and you're asked to summarize and report the information in your own words. So simply, what you're doing is it's like describing a photograph. Whatever it is, a diagram, a chart, a table, you're just asked to describe the main features, summarize and overview the information that you see, and report on it. And this is usually a short essay of 150 words, 4 paragraphs or so, and this will be more than enough to accomplish task number 1. And in no way in task number 1 do you give a reason for any of the data you see or give your opinion on it in any way. You're just reporting and summarizing and talking about the information that you see. But in task 2, this is where you give your opinion and you give reasons and examples for what you want to talk about. So you're asked to write an essay in response to a point of view, an argument, or a problem. So you may be asked if you agree or disagree on a certain issue. You may be asked to come up with a solution to a problem or just give your opinion in general. And then if we want to take a look at the general test format, task 1 is a different task altogether than you'll find in the academic test. In task number 1, you're given a situation and you're asked to write a letter requesting information or explaining the situation. So this could be anything from wanting to complain about service you received from an internet provider or dissatisfaction with something that you bought at a store. It may be to book an appointment with someone for an interview or even to cancel an appointment. But this letter, again, will be no more than 150 words. And it will deal with an everyday situation that you're likely to face when you come to a new English-speaking country. So it's a very practical and useful exercise that will not only be important to do effectively on the IELTS exam, but something that you will often find yourself doing in your future in your new country. And then task 2 is the same task as in the academic test. You're asked to write an essay again in a response to a point of view, an argument, a problem, or give your opinion. Now, the difference between the academic test And the general test format, when it comes to task number 2, is that the academic test will have maybe a little more detailed problem. It will be the same kind of topics that you'll find in the general, but may be asked to give a little bit more, and it may even have a little more formal tone to it. Neither of the writing tasks are academic in nature or formal, because you're asked to give your opinion and give your ideas and your reasons from your own experience, by giving a relevant example from your own life and your own experience. So it's not based on prior knowledge that you've done research on or studied or any kind of academic background. It's just based on your own personal life and your own experience. And this is what happens for both the academic test and the general test format when it comes to task number 2. So just an overview of academic writing task 1. It's 150 words and you have 20 minutes. You summarize facts or figures from the graphic information. That the diagram could be a chart or a graph or a table. And then you're also asked to give some comparisons of data, because often these tables or charts will be over a time period, and you may be asked to compare one time period to another. And this 20 minutes fits in with the 1 hour you have to write both tasks, whether it's for academic or general. The writing section is 60 minutes, and you'll spend 20 minutes on task 1 in the academic writing exam. And in writing task 2, you'll do 250 words for your opinion essay, and you'll take 40 minutes to do this. And the reason that the academic writing task 2 takes 40 minutes, not just because it's longer, but it's also worth twice as much when it comes to your score for IELTS writing. And the things that you'll be measured on when it comes to writing task 2 is how you organize your essay. This is called coherence and cohesion. And basically, it's how you structure your essay. And 25% of your mark is based on how you structure your essay. And then you need sorry for that little interruption, a phone call in the middle of a lesson, but we'll let it go for now. So the second thing you do is to address the topic. This is task achievement, and this is also worth 25% of your mark. So even before you get to evaluating your grammar or your vocabulary, 50% of your mark is based on how you structure your essay and if you accomplish the task. So this would suggest that you can't memorize set answers, you can't memorize fancy words or vocabulary, because this will not be helpful in getting the score you need. You have to address the topic you're given spontaneously, on the spot, and structure it so that your argument is sound, your opinion is expressed clearly. And some of these questions could be where you discuss the issue, you agree or disagree, a problem solution, or even give the advantages or disadvantages of the topic. So one little tip when it comes to IELTS writing, whether it's for general or academic, I always suggest that you do writing task 2 before you do writing task 1, because on test day you can choose the order that you do them in. And I would put whatever energy and focus I have into writing task 2 first, because it's worth twice as many marks as writing task 1. In general writing task 1, this is where you have to write the short letter for a specific purpose. And they may ask you to write a formal or informal letter depending on the situation. For example, if you're asked to write a letter to a friend to invite them to a party, this would be a very informal letter. If you're asked to respond to an invitation to a job interview, well, this would be a formal style letter. And again, it's 150 words, and you have 20 minutes to accomplish the task. And in general writing task 2, again, it's the same strategy and the same approach, and very similar to academic writing task 2. 250 words in 40 minutes. You're measured on your structure, your coherence or cohesion, your task achievement. Do you address the topic? And you're asked to give your point of view. And in both cases, for general and academic writing task 2, you're always asked to give relevant examples from your own life and experience. So what I want to do is just finish this video with just a few tips for success when it comes to the writing section of the IELTS exam, whether it's general or academic. When it comes to giving your opinion, there are no right or wrong answers. Your opinion is your opinion, and you won't be judged or measured on your opinion, only on how you express it in English. Make sure to stay on task and address the topic you're given. So don't try in your preparation to memorize different essay templates or model answers. You have to address the topic you're given, and you'll have to do this spontaneously and respond to the question that's appropriate. You'll want to watch your word limit. You'll want to write the minimum requirement, whether it's 150 words or 250 words, but make sure you don't write an essay that's too long either. You know, when it comes to using English, writing too many words is not efficient. And actually, the higher your level of English, the fewer words you need, because you can be more direct and more succinct with your writing. So you should be able to write your essay number 1, the 150-word essay, in no more than 200 words. And when it comes to your 250-word essay, you'll want to try and limit yourself to about 325 words, and definitely no more than 350 words. And this will all be possible if you want to organize your essay effectively. And if you want to learn how to do this step by step in the best way possible, make sure to check out the next video following this one on how to accomplish writing task 2 and structure and organize your essay. And this will be good whether you're taking the general or the academic test. It'll be very helpful for you, and it gives you a very simple structure for getting the score you need on the IELTS writing task 2. Well, I want to wish you all the best in your preparation as you continue. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and find even more helpful hints and strategies and tips for every section and every type of question on the IELTS exam. All the best, and I wish you all the best for your future.